So in case I share this reading, I will share that these are the clouds that are officially over me, and I started to feel a few drops, and I always love to be out to get the first few drops of rain, and I've got my little bowl here ready to capture this lunar eclipse, super moon, flower moon rain. I've got all my elixirs out and my bay leaves, and they're in jars so they can get rained on, which is powerful. But I did definitely have to stop the video and stop the reading, and I will continue with a couple more decks that I wanted to finish off with indoors, and just wanted to share that in the meantime. But in the meantime, I am going to wait for this big rain to fall. It is just right for the energy. It had to storm today. It absolutely had to storm today. The wind is coming in. Mama Oya, feeling you. Birds be flying. They're like, yo, get out of here, everybody run. Here comes the wind. I don't know. I see you. Okay. Take cover. Yes. Quite fitting. Powerful energy. It's only right. Let me get me some of this rain. Rain on me. Here comes the rain again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jungle. It had this storm today. Capturing some of this super flower blood moon rain. Powerful energy. Change. Transformation. It's not going to be new after this. Back to natural. So the intense storm rolled in. Shango Oya vibes, bringing in this immense change, transition, new earth, exactly what is laid out here. Continuing as promised, indoors. I watched the storm come through, and it was beautiful, it was powerful. I waited for the first drops, and they came with a vengeance, so I had to run in. But here I am back with continuing off. I have two other decks that I want to pull from that is aligning again with this as above so below nature energy theme for this spread, for this reading. So we have the traditional tarot, and then the traditional Lenormand, the moonology, and the Green Witch Oracle. 4 cards have been coming out, which, as I mentioned, I get a balance aspect of things, rebalancing. That is definitely coming through as well, especially with them lining up in regards to the interpretation and the symbology and the meaning with all of it. I did want to note in the tarot how powerful this particular draw is, because 3 out of the 4 cards are major arcana cards. It's very, very important to note, because when you have major arcana cards, that's defining something or giving you guidance on something that is a little bit more fixed in regards to longevity, which we have here. And that's also, you know, when you think of minor arcana cards, it's kind of things that are temporary, that can be changed, that can kind of, you know, maneuver, or is just something that is happening now, but, you know, can change later on depending on what you do. Whereas these cards coming through as 3 out of the 4 major arcana is really defining a time. It's really defining an era. It's really defining exactly what I'm requesting is about this particular energy, this particular super flower blood moon, and what the message is for us, what it means. And it's no accident that, again, there are 3 out of 4 major arcana cards coming because of how powerfully intense this energy is and how monumental and how earth-shifting it is. This is something that's about, again, very fixed energy, especially starting with the Hierophant, which is very traditional, conventional, fixed energy, not wanting to budge, and then literally the juxtaposition of being stuck and wanting things to be this way, moving away from that with the Chariot coming in. So, it's a very fixed energy of the Hierophant kind of saying, I'm, staying the way that I am. Nobody's going to change me. And then the Chariot is saying, okay, you stay there and be you. I'll solid in your way, and I'm going to move away from that, and your stuff's going to crumble anyway. I'm just not going to be anywhere near you to experience it, because this is the action and minor arcana card coming in here, because not everybody's going to make this choice. Not everybody's going to take the choice to believe that they're good enough, to make the choice of believing that the, creative energy that they choose to focus on, that new idea, that passion, that purpose, to, align with the child in them and remember what it means to do something that just makes you happy, that puts you first, the way children are able to only think many ways are really centered around their emotions and their feelings and what their immediate me, I demands are in that sense. And we do definitely have to tap into that kind of adamance, that, saying, I'm not doing it your way. I'm going to move away and do it my way. And that is what's going to bring me fortune, and that's going to bring me luck. And that's the change that's needed, and that's the leadership that needs to come in. Right now, thinking of looking at this first card and then this last card as the draw is now, you're starting off with this Hierophant energy that's like, again, super fixed, super solid, with somebody else in charge. You having to follow their norms and their traditions and their conventions. And then you're leading here after this trajectory, this transition, this immense change, taking this journey, moving away from it, making a choice for you, taking that leap of faith, taking that chance, spinning the wheel of fortune, not letting your past, hold you back. All of these things that lead, again, focusing, cleansing, detoxing, longevity, and remembering, realizing that your choice can actually bring you fortune. It can be exactly what you need to, really harness this new energy and step away from this, dictatorship in many ways. And this is sovereignty. So you're moving away from this, somebody else deciding for you, to you deciding for yourself. And that is really very much the notion of this idea of starting your own thing, choosing what makes you happy, choosing that, creative thing, and believing that you and your loved ones are going to be safe regardless of what it is that you choose to do. And if anything, that's why they're going to be safe, that you are choosing you, that you are remembering what it means to, choose for yourself the way that children, naturally and innately do, and being a leader for yourself in that way. So we've got focus again here with stock. We have the lemon for cleansing, which is, right on, because I actually use lemon oil in my detox, my negativity neutralizer oil, and, just for cleansing in general. You can actually leave lemons around the house just to absorb negative energy. Cut lemons, ideally, but also just, have the lemons there. And longevity is your chrysanthemum flower, and leadership is broccoli. So there's more in depth, obviously, in the cards if you, read the books, but I really just go with the intuitive message and what Spirit speaks to and through me from the message in general. So again, as above, so below, we're continuing, and I start with an energy of above in some ways, and then we are getting now to the earth elements here, of things that grow out of the earth, and then now we go further into the earth and go all the way deep to the crystals that are embedded in the earth's core, in the mines. And I've got 2 decks that I want to pull from. So I'm going to start off here and see if it's 4 again. If not, we'll see what happens, but give thanks. Ooh, 2 so far. Oh, wow, wow. And do you see the colors here? We've got red jasper, take action with focus, stop. Colors are the same here with this red. And then we've got cleansing, citrine, bring in the light, and you've got the yellows. Wow. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's see what else you have. You can get 2 more cards. Right on. Okay. We've got moonstone. And this is all moon energy right now, so no accident there. And blue lace agate. So I'm just going to move these up a little bit since we've gotten through these. And see if these can show so that we can continue this alignment here. Focus. Don't let your past hold you back, the Hierophant. This is where we're speaking again about these traditional norms that we feel like we have to, you know, force ourselves, or we're being forced to do, and we're moving away from that. Ship is moving away from that. We're not letting our past hold us back from being aligned with that energy of what we want, what makes us happy, pure joy, passion, bliss. Focusing on what it is, exactly that. Just imagining just being in the field, chasing butterflies. If that's what you're doing and you love doing that, hours can pass and all you were doing was what you love to do. So there was no point in even thinking about what it is that you don't want to do. You were just doing what you want to do. So you're focused on exactly that positive energy and taking action in that regard. So it's exactly this in regards to, instead of just thinking about what you don't want to do what you do want to do. Take the action. Just make it happen. Just do the actual activity. Take the time to create, to immerse yourself in the creativity. Move away from all of the norms, all of the expectations, all of the things that, you know, plague on our mind and our intellect, and instead just take the action. Just like, don't speak about it, be about it, is what Spirit is speaking to me right now. So that's that energy there, and it goes beyond the focus. Being able to focus is kind of an intellectual thing, but taking action, red jasper's root chakra, that is that, you know, like digging your heels in. That energy too, like when kids want what they want, they throw tantrums, they do whatever it takes to get whatever it is that they want. Whatever the consequences are, they'll take the chance, they'll take the risk, they will take the gamble to hopefully get the fortune, to hopefully get what it is that they're fighting for. So that is what this take action red jasper energy is all about, is to really dig your heels in and be adamant about what it is that you're moving away from that makes you feel like you're closer to achieving that, you know, turn of events, that change of direction, that, you know, spinning the wheel and taking the risk for your dream, your passion, your purpose. And again, this new earth energy that we know is better than what we're experiencing right now. We know that we don't want this anymore. So we have to move away from it, and then we have to decide what those things are, know that we're good enough, realize that it's actually going to be, you know, something that bears fruit, that bears, you know, all of these, you know, fruits, vegetables, flowers are going to come from the earth. It's going to come to fruition if we're adamant about this. If we're, you know, again, this is self-love. Children have a natural knack of thinking they're the absolute most important, and they are, and as they should think and as they should feel. We lose that, and we lose that because of energy like this. We lose that because somebody tells us what to do, and then we feel like we're not enough, we're not good enough. So we have to completely stay away from that, again, eliminate the past, and find our way back to focusing on the future and what we want that change to look like, the powerful change to look like, the leadership that we are innately blessed with to create this longevity after we've detoxed, after we've cleansed everything because we've focused on what it is that needs to be removed and what we want to replace it with. So red jasper, take action, you know, just to augment on the intellectual focus. Now dig your heels in. This is also, again, as above, so below. The energy is coming down. We're in the esoteric, in the celestial realm with the tarot, with the, you know, Lenormand and the Moonology deck, and then we're here in the planting phase, we're in the earth phase, and then we're deeper now into the earth, into the soil, into the roots, into the core of the earth. So it's really going deeper. Focusing is still of the mind, is still, third eye, crown chakra energy. And then we take that all the way down to our root chakra and actually make what it is that we've thought about, that we've focused on, that we've, planned and strategized, and now implement them. Be proactive about it. In the cleansing energy here with citrine coming down, bring in the light. Cleansing is a detox. We've got the lemon to flush everything away. Again, aligning this red energy with focus, and red jasper brings that fire energy, fire element in that way, with the red of, again, being adamant about what it is that we want. Same thing like the child energy. I want me, this is what I want, and nobody gonna stop me. Really focusing on that and making it happen and taking the action. And then we've got this light energy. It's, with the yellow, we've got, solar plexus, an energy here as well, in regards to, making that decision of, this is what I want to remove. This is what I've realized that I'm focusing on. This is the action that I'm willing to take. And now I need to remove. I have to cleanse. I have to step out of the dark, bringing in the light. Once you're cleansed, the cleansing is removing the impurities, removing the darkness, removing the negativity, to make space for this light energy, for this positive energy. So cleansing and citrine, this lemon energy, solar plexus energy for both is really, really powerful. It's really, really intense. And then we've got moonstone. We're talking about energy of the moon right now, and it's live your purpose. I mean, need I say more? Live your purpose. That's everything that I've been talking about here in regards to Page of Wands. The Page of Wands knows his purpose, her purpose. They know what they're moving away from. They know that this is old stuff, and they've got to potentially go through some choppy waters. But when you trust and believe that your loved ones are safe, when you know that you're cleansing things out, that you're not letting your past hold you back, then you're able to focus on what it is that you actually want. You get to tap into that childlike energy and realize, what makes me feel so good? What makes me feel so happy? What do I want to do with my time, and hopefully make a dime out of it? And when you're able to do that, and you, again, spinning the wheel, expecting powerful change to come from making that choice, taking that leap of faith, that's your purpose. I think everybody knows what their purpose is. They just don't think that it's something they can really invest in regards to time and energy and money, or at least not the same, if not more, than the stuff that people expect them to do, or the job, or the career, or the whatever it is that, makes more sense, based on traditional and conventional and normative behaviors in society. This is, again, new energy stuff. All of that makes sense for old Earth, for sure. But we have to make the choice now, if we want old Earth or if we want new Earth. And there's no space for this energy in this, with this powerful change, with what this moon has brought in, with this lunar eclipse. So live your purpose. It's all here. This is like, such a cap to everything being discussed here. And then blue lace agate is find your calm. Finding your calm is very much aligned with finding your purpose. Thinking about the childlike energy, thinking about the Page of Wands, it's really what it is that you want to do that does bring you joy. That does, I feel like a broken record because of how these cards are aligning. It's incredible. But, you know what makes you lose track of time. You know what you can do, that it's like, I've been chasing butterflies all day. I feel really, really happy when I chase butterflies all day. That's what you should be doing. Find a way to feed your family chasing butterflies. There are butterfly gardens or all kinds of stuff. Hey, whatever it happens to be. The point is, whatever makes you feel like it's your purpose, whatever makes you feel like you're bringing in the light, that you feel strong and focused on taking action on, and that you find your calm in that, that is what you should be doing as often as possible. And if you're doing it as often as possible, then you deserve and you are good enough to get compensated for it. and knowing that there's going to be longevity in that choice, knowing that you are showing leadership. You are proficient and you are efficient in somebody else's gig. So imagine what it's going to look like when it's your gig, when you're in charge, when you're aligning that leadership with what is your purpose and what brings you calm, what makes you feel like you're bringing in the light, what you want to take action, what makes you feel like you're aligned with your inner child again. That's creative. It's a new beginning, you know. It's again everything that's here. It's powerful change, and you deserve it. You are good enough. And whatever is in the past, whatever the other voices and expectations and all of the stuff Hierophant energy is, that's what you need to release and not let it hold you back, because this is what it's holding you back from. Your past and this, traditional, conventional expectation energy keeps you from your inner child, keeps you from movement, keeps you from creativity, keeps you from your fortune, keeps you from feeling and knowing that you're good enough, keeps you from feeling safe and knowing that your loved ones are safe, and the powerful change, thinking about focus and cleansing, longevity and leadership, purpose, calm, light, action. I mean, who doesn't want that? And all of this is positive. This is the only thing that it starts with, because it's the old thing. It's telling us this is what is not anymore. But you can decide to stay there. And that would suck, because look at what is, like, there's no comparison. If this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, against one, like, you lose. The Hierophant loses. So this is a spread that's saying, like, don't even worry about it. If anything, it's telling you worry if you stick with that old, if you stick with those conventions, if you stick with that Hierophant energy, if you let that dictatorship, society, fear-mongering, the job, the boss, the whatever it is, any dynamic that's not working, that's not making you feel like you're living your purpose, like you have calm, like you have an inner child connection, that there's growth, that there's expansion, that there's change, that makes you feel good enough, that makes you feel safe and loved. If you don't have that, if you don't feel that from that energy, wherever that dynamic may be presenting itself, you need to move away from that. You need to get into a vehicle and drive away from that. You need to get on a ship and you need to float away from that. The sooner the better, because this is telling you, like, you're good. Like, you and your loved ones, not just you. Like, and good. The good is there. Like, it's, yeah, this is right on. Thank you, Spirit. I feel truly blessed. Oh, to align in this way. I have another crystal deck, but now Spirit is saying, like, you got what you need. You're good. It's all there. It's all there. Thank you. Yeah. So, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, we. Thank you, us. Amen. Ashe. It is done. So it is. Asante Sana. Time for the new earth. Believe and receive.